Ladies and gentlemen, friends, I want you to take a deep breath and think for a moment. When was the last time you truly embraced being by yourself? Not just as an afterthought, not as a moment you're trying to fill, but as something you can actually enjoy. Self-acceptance is the foundation of living a fulfilled and happy life, yet it is one of the most difficult things for many people to truly embrace. At its core, self-acceptance means understanding and acknowledging your own value without seeking external validation. It is the recognition that who you are at your core is enough. Self-acceptance does not mean you believe you are perfect or that you don't need to grow. It means you have the grace and compassion to acknowledge your flaws, mistakes, and imperfections, while also honoring your strengths and potential. In a world that constantly tells us to look a certain way, act a certain way, and be someone else to fit in, it can be challenging to stay true to who we are. Society often places a great deal of emphasis on external appearances and achievements, leading many individuals to internalize the idea that their worth is conditional, dependent on how others perceive them, how successful they are, or how much they conform to the standards set by the world. However, real self-acceptance begins when you stop measuring your worth by the expectations of others. The journey to self-acceptance starts with self-awareness. It's about taking the time to honestly evaluate who you are, not just the person you show the world, but the person you truly are deep down inside. This process involves examining your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with a compassionate and open heart. Often we are our own harshest critics, and the first step in self-acceptance is learning to soften the internal dialogue. Rather than focusing on what you believe is wrong with you, try to appreciate the uniqueness that you bring to the world. Each person has their own set of experiences, challenges, and perspectives that make them valuable in ways they may not always recognize. Self-acceptance is also about giving yourself permission to be imperfect. Far too many people believe that they have to be flawless in order to be worthy of love, happiness, or success. This mindset can lead to chronic dissatisfaction, self-doubt, and anxiety. Accepting yourself means understanding that you will make mistakes, that you will stumble, and that you will sometimes fall short of your own expectation. But it also means knowing that none of these moments diminish your worth. Every mistake is a lesson. Every imperfection a part of what makes you human. Embrace those aspects of yourself because they allow for growth and offer valuable insights into who you are and what you need. The journey toward self-acceptance also involves forgiving yourself. We are often quicker to forgive others than we are to forgive ourselves. Holding on to guilt, shame, or regret only prevents us from moving forward and embracing the present. When you forgive yourself for past mistakes and shortcomings, you free yourself from the weight of self-judgment. This allows you to move through life with more peace and a sense of possibility. Another essential component of self-acceptance is setting boundaries. It is difficult to accept yourself fully when you constantly put others' needs before your own or allow yourself to be influenced by everyone else's opinions. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect and self-love. It's a way to honor your own needs and protect your emotional well-being. When you accept who you are, you understand that it's okay to say no, and when necessary, and to prioritize your own mental and emotional health. Boundaries create space for you to nurture yourself and to be in environments that encourage your growth and happiness. Ultimately, self-acceptance is not a destination, but a continual practice. It's about showing up for yourself every day with love, understanding, and a willingness to evolve. It's about being okay with not having it all figured out and embracing the journey of becoming the best version of yourself, one step at a time. Personal growth is a lifelong journey of evolving, learning, and developing the skills, habits, and mindset that propel you toward becoming the best version of yourself. It's not just about external achievements or ticking off goals. Personal growth is fundamentally about cultivating a deeper understanding of who you are and what you are capable of. It involves confronting your limitations, breaking through self-imposed barriers and constantly striving to improve, not to compete with others, but to unlock your own potential. One of the key aspects of personal growth is self-awareness. In order to grow, you must first understand where you are, where you want to go, and the patterns that may be holding you back. Self-awareness requires introspection, a willingness to reflect on your actions, thoughts, and beliefs. It means taking an honest look at your life and recognizing the areas where you have room to grow. This process of self-reflection can sometimes be uncomfortable, but it's necessary for growth because it allows you to identify the habits, mindsets, and behaviors that no longer serve you. Personal growth is also about pushing beyond your comfort zone. The comfort zone is a safe and familiar space where you feel secure, but it is also a place where growth is limited. To experience personal growth, you must challenge yourself to take risks, face fears, and embrace discomfort. This doesn't mean you should throw caution to the wind or rush into dangerous situations, but it does mean stepping outside of the routines and patterns that keep you stuck. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you build resilience and gain confidence in your ability to handle uncertainty. In the pursuit of personal growth, goal setting is crucial. Goals give you direction and purpose. Without them, it's easy to drift aimlessly. But when you set clear, measurable, and achievable goals, you create a roadmap for your personal development. However, it's important to remember that personal growth isn't solely about achieving external goals like a promotion, buying a house, or losing weight. While these are valuable milestones, true personal growth also involves internal goals, goals related to mindset, emotional intelligence, and spiritual well-being. It could be learning how to manage stress more effectively, developing better communication skills, or building stronger relationships. Embracing failure is also a vital part of personal growth. Many people fear failure because they associate it with weakness or defeat. But failure is an inevitable part of any growth process. It's in failure that we often learn our greatest lessons. Instead of seeing failure as something negative, it's important to view it as a teacher. Failure shows you where your weaknesses lie, what methods or strategies don't work, and how you can improve. When you shift your perspective on failure and see it as a stepping stone to success, you become more resilient and open to learning from your experiences. Another important element of personal growth is cultivating a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. People with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunities to learn rather than obstacles to avoid. This mindset is essential for personal growth because it encourages you to keep going even when things get tough. It helps you to approach challenges with curiosity rather than fear, knowing that each experience, whether positive or negative, is an opportunity for growth. Finally, personal growth involves developing a sense of purpose. A life without purpose often feels aimless and unfulfilling. Personal growth is about aligning your actions with your values and passions and finding meaning in what you do. When you know what you're striving for, when you feel connected to a deeper sense of purpose, growth becomes an intrinsic part of your journey. This sense of purpose can come from many sources: your career, your relationships, your contributions to society, or your own inner sense of fulfillment. Purpose gives you the motivation to keep evolving and to pursue goals that truly matter to you. Mindfulness and presence are essential aspects of living a balanced and fulfilled life. In today's fast-paced world where distractions are constant and time seems to slip through our fingers, the ability to be fully present in the moment has become a rare and valuable skill. At its core, mindfulness is the practice of being aware and fully engaged with the present moment, without judgment or distraction. It's about experiencing life as it unfolds, rather than getting lost in thoughts about the past or anxieties about the future. Being present is the foundation of mindfulness. When we are truly present, we are not dwelling on what has already happened or what might happen in the future. Instead, we are focused on the here and now, the sensations, sights, sounds, and experiences unfolding in real time. This level of awareness allows us to engage more deeply with life and appreciate the richness of each moment. It can be as simple as savoring a meal without rushing through it, or fully listening to someone without thinking about your response before they've even finished speaking. Practicing mindfulness encourages us to disconnect from the constant barrage of external stimuli which often distract us from the world around us. Whether it's the notifications on our phones, the endless stream of media, or the pressures of work and personal life, these distractions pull our attention away from the present moment. Mindfulness gives us the power to step back and observe these distractions without becoming consumed by them. It's about acknowledging what's happening around us and within us without allowing it to control our focus or emotional state. One of the most profound aspects of mindfulness is the ability to cultivate non-judgmental awareness. In our everyday lives, we often rush to label our thoughts, feelings, and experiences as good or bad. We judge ourselves for not measuring up, for not being better or enough. Mindfulness teaches us to observe our thoughts and emotions without attaching labels or judgments to them. It allows us to create space between our experience and our reactions. Instead of identifying with our emotions, we can simply notice them and let them pass, without letting them define our actions or sense of self-worth. Being present also means embracing the impermanence of life. Nothing in this world lasts forever. Moments pass, relationships change, and circumstances evolve. When we are present, we acknowledge this fluidity and accept that the only moment we truly have is the one we're living right now. This acceptance of impermanence can bring a sense of peace and clarity, as it reminds us not to hold on too tightly to what we cannot control. We become more attuned to the ebb and flow of life, learning to navigate its changes with greater grace. The practice of mindfulness also invites us to connect with our senses. In our daily lives, we often rush through activities without paying attention to the sensory experiences they offer. Yet when we pause and truly experience the present moment through our senses, it can be incredibly grounding and enriching. Whether it's the warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of your favorite food, the sound of birds singing, or the feel of a loved one's touch, these simple sensory experiences can anchor us in the present and remind us of the beauty and richness of life that we often overlook in our busy routines. Mindfulness is not something that happens overnight. It's a practice that requires consistency and patience. It's about bringing your awareness back to the present moment over and over again, especially when your mind drifts to past regrets or future worries. It's normal for your thoughts to wander, but mindfulness teaches you to gently redirect your attention back to the here and now without judgment or frustration. Over time, this practice helps to train your mind to be more focused, less reactive, and more attuned to the world around you. Being mindful also encourages self-compassion. When we are present with ourselves, we become more aware of our own needs, emotions, and struggles. This awareness fosters a deeper understanding of who we are, which can lead to greater kindness and patience with ourselves. We become less critical and more accepting of our imperfections, recognizing that we are all on a journey, doing the best we can in any given moment. Mindfulness teaches us to be gentle with ourselves, even when we make mistakes or face setbacks. Self-sufficiency is the ability to rely on yourself to meet your own needs, emotionally, financially, mentally, and physically, without being overly dependent on others. It's the practice of cultivating independence and confidence in your abilities and understanding that you are capable of handling whatever life throws your way. This concept goes beyond mere survival skills. It's about creating a life where you feel empowered, where you have the tools and mindset to navigate challenges and thrive, regardless of external circumstances. At the core of self-sufficiency is the belief that you are enough. This means recognizing your own worth and value without needing constant validation or approval from others. When you are self-sufficient, you do not depend on others for your happiness, success, or emotional well-being. You learn to nurture yourself and create the life you desire through your own efforts, rather than relying on others to provide it. This does not mean isolation or rejecting help when it's needed, but it does mean that your sense of worth is grounded in your own abilities and actions, not the opinions or support of others. Self-sufficiency begins with taking responsibility for your life. It's about owning your choices and understanding that you have the power to shape your own destiny. This is a crucial mindset shift. Too often we blame external factors like circumstances, other people, or the economy for our struggles or unhappiness. But when you take responsibility, you stop seeing yourself as a victim and start seeing yourself as an active participant in your life. You begin to realize that you have the power to make decisions, to change your path, and to create the life you want, regardless of external influences. Financial independence is a major aspect of self-sufficiency. When you are financially independent, you don't rely on others for your financial well-being. You are able to support yourself and make choices based on your desires and needs, rather than out of necessity or dependence on others. Financial self-sufficiency means budgeting wisely, living within your means, and having the skills to manage your money effectively. This allows you to make decisions that align with your values instead of being driven by financial pressures or external expectations. It offers you freedom and peace of mind, knowing that you can weather any financial storm that might come your way. Equally important to financial self-sufficiency is emotional independence. Emotional self-sufficiency is the ability to regulate your emotions and handle life's ups and downs without relying excessively on others for support or validation. It's about understanding that your emotions are your responsibility and that you have the ability to work through difficult feelings on your own. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions or avoiding support from loved ones, but it does mean not letting your emotions dictate your actions or sense of well-being. You learn how to navigate life's challenges with resilience and find strength within yourself rather than seeking reassurance from others every time you face an obstacle. Mental self-sufficiency is another key aspect of independence. It's about cultivating a strong and resilient mindset that enables you to think critically, solve problems, and persevere through difficulties. A mentally self-sufficient person doesn't rely on others for answers or approval. They trust their own judgment and have confidence in their ability to make decisions. This involves developing self-discipline, the ability to focus, and the capacity to keep going even when things get tough. Mental self-sufficiency also means taking care of your mental health, whether through self-care practices, therapy, meditation, or other methods that help you stay grounded and centered in your own mind. Building self-sufficiency also involves taking care of your physical health. The ability to maintain your own health and well-being through diet, exercise, and proper self-care is an essential part of being independent. When you are physically healthy, you have the energy and stamina to pursue your goals, face challenges, and enjoy life without relying on others to take care of you. Physical self-sufficiency means being proactive about your health, learning how to listen to your body, and taking steps to ensure that you are in the best possible shape to handle life's demands. Self-sufficiency also means developing skills that allow you to handle practical tasks on your own. This could range from cooking and cleaning to learning how to fix things around the house or managing your own legal and financial paperwork. The more skills you have, the more self-sufficient you become. These skills not only give you the confidence to handle day-to-day responsibilities, but they also make you less dependent on others for help. The ability to solve problems on your own, whether they are technical or emotional, empowers you to take control of your life and face challenges head-on. Ultimately, self-sufficiency is about empowerment. It's about understanding that you are fully capable of creating the life you want, and that you have the resources within yourself to do so. It's a mindset of strength and resilience, a recognition that while we may need others at times, we don't rely on them to define us or determine our happiness. It's about learning to stand on your own, make your own decisions, and trust in your own abilities, knowing that you are the one in control of your life. Gratitude and reflection are two powerful practices that, when combined, can significantly enhance our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. They have the ability to shift our mindset, improve our outlook on life, and create a sense of peace and contentment. In a world that often feels overwhelming, where challenges and obstacles can seem never-ending, cultivating a habit of gratitude and reflection allows us to find balance, joy, and a deeper connection to ourselves and the world around us. Gratitude is the practice of recognizing and appreciating the good in our lives, no matter how big or small. It is often easy to take things for granted, especially when life gets busy or difficult. We tend to focus on what's lacking or what we haven't yet achieved. But gratitude encourages us to shift our attention to what we already have. It's about acknowledging the blessings in our lives, whether it's the people who love us, the health we enjoy, the opportunities we've been given, or even the simple pleasures like a warm cup of coffee in the morning or the beauty of nature. Practicing gratitude can have profound effects on our mindset. Research has shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience higher levels of happiness, better physical health, and stronger relationships. Gratitude helps to rewire the brain, encouraging us to focus on the positive rather than dwelling on the negative. When we consistently take time to reflect on the things we are thankful for, we begin to notice more of the good things in our lives, creating a positive feedback loop that amplifies feelings of joy and contentment. Reflection, on the other hand, is the process of looking back on our experiences and gaining insight from them. It involves taking a step back to assess our actions, thoughts, and emotions, and understanding how they shape our lives. Reflection helps us to make sense of our experiences, whether they are positive or negative, and find meaning in them. It is through reflection that we can learn from our mistakes, celebrate our successes, and identify areas for growth. When we reflect on our lives, we often gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. We may realize patterns in our behavior or thought processes that are holding us back or contributing to our growth. Reflection allows us to see the bigger picture, to step outside of ourselves and observe how we react to certain situations or how we've navigated challenges in the past. By reflecting on our actions and their consequences, we can make more conscious choices moving forward. Gratitude and reflection work together in powerful ways. Gratitude brings our attention to the present moment, helping us to appreciate the good things in our lives right now. Reflection, on the other hand, invites us to examine the past, to learn from our experiences, and to plan for the future. When we combine the two practices, we create a balanced approach to personal growth and well-being. Gratitude grounds us in the present, while reflection provides us with the wisdom to navigate the future. One of the most effective ways to integrate gratitude and reflection into our daily lives is by keeping a gratitude journal. Taking a few moments each day to write down what you're grateful for can be transformative. It doesn't have to be a lengthy process. Even just listing 3 things you are thankful for can have a significant impact on your mindset. As you reflect on your day, focus on the positive aspects, whether it's a kind gesture from a friend, a moment of clarity, or simply the feeling of peace you experience in a quiet moment. Over time, this practice can help to shift your focus away from what you don't have to what you already possess. Reflection also allows us to track our progress over time. By looking back on past entries in your journal, or simply taking a moment to think about your journey, you can recognize how far you've come and what you've learned along the way. This can be particularly empowering when you're facing challenges or doubts. Reflection shows you that you have faced difficulties before and emerged stronger, reminding you that you have the resilience to overcome whatever comes next. Gratitude and reflection help us cultivate a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, we begin to see that there is always something to be grateful for, no matter the circumstances. This mindset shift can help reduce stress, increase feelings of well-being, and improve our relationship. When we reflect on the ways we have been supported by others, we also gain a deeper appreciation for the people in our lives, strengthening our bonds and fostering a sense of connection. In essence, gratitude and reflection are about living consciously. They encourage us to be more aware of the present moment, to appreciate the beauty and goodness around us, and to learn from our experiences. By making gratitude and reflection a regular part of our lives, we can create a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. These practices allow us to stay grounded even in difficult times and to move forward with a sense of purpose and clarity. Building a healthy relationship with yourself is one of the most crucial aspects of living a fulfilled and balanced life. It forms the foundation upon which all other relationships are built, whether with family, friends, or romantic partners. A healthy relationship with yourself is about accepting, nurturing, and understanding who you are, while also working towards personal growth and improvement. It means treating yourself with the same kindness, respect, and compassion that you would offer to a close friend or loved one. The first step in building a healthy relationship with yourself is developing self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors, and to understand how they influence your interactions with the world around you. By becoming more aware of your internal landscape, you can better identify patterns, triggers, and areas in your life that may need attention or change. This awareness allows you to make conscious choices about how you want to respond to situations, how you treat yourself, and what changes you may need to make to improve your well-being. Alongside self-awareness is the practice of self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is about acknowledging and embracing all parts of yourself, both your strengths and your flaws. It's about recognizing that you are worthy just as you are, and that your worth is not contingent upon meeting the expectations of others or achieving external markers of success. Self-acceptance requires letting go of perfectionism and embracing the fact that being human means being imperfect. Instead of focusing on what you wish you could change, you learn to appreciate the qualities that make you unique and to accept the parts of yourself that may not align with societal standards. Self-compassion is another critical component of building a healthy relationship with yourself. Just as you would offer a friend understanding and care when they are struggling, it's important to show the same kindness to yourself. This means not berating yourself when you make mistakes or fall short of your own expectations. Instead of criticizing yourself for your flaws or failures, practice speaking to yourself with kindness and patience. Self-compassion encourages you to treat yourself with the same level of empathy and understanding that you would show someone you love, allowing you to navigate life's challenges without self-judgment or unnecessary guilt. Boundaries are also an essential aspect of maintaining a healthy relationship with yourself. Setting boundaries is about knowing your limits and protecting your emotional, mental, and physical well-being. It involves understanding when to say no, when to ask for help, and when to ask for health, and when to prioritize your own needs over the demands of others. Healthy boundaries prevent burnout and resentment, allowing you to engage in relationships with others without losing your sense of self. By setting clear boundaries, you create space for self-care and personal growth, ensuring that you do not overextend yourself or sacrifice your own well-being in the process of trying to please others. Another important factor in building a healthy relationship with yourself is practicing self-care. Self-care is not just about pampering yourself with occasional indulgences, but about regularly engaging in activities that nurture your body, mind, and spirit. This could be anything from ensuring you get enough sleep, eating nourishing foods, exercising, and engaging in activities that bring you joy, to making time for relaxation, hobbies, and spiritual practices. Regular self-care helps to replenish your energy, reduce stress, and maintain your emotional equilibrium. It's an ongoing commitment to showing yourself the love and attention you deserve. Self-reflection plays a key role in the development of a healthy relationship with yourself as well. Taking time to reflect on your thoughts, actions, and emotions allows you to gain insight into what is truly important to you, what you value, and what you need in order to grow. Through reflection, you can identify areas of your life where you may be holding on to negative beliefs or habits that no longer serve you, and take intentional steps to shift those patterns. Reflection helps you to recognize your progress, celebrate your achievements, and make adjustments when necessary, all while keeping you aligned with your true self.